You're
You are.
good.
You're good.
Okay, now it's good. Well, hello, everybody. We're super excited to be here. Jordan, thanks for asking us to lead this. Tonight, we're going to be talking about one of the 4 pillars to network marketing, and it's retention. It's a topic that Callie and I are both extremely passionate about.
We almost had that.
If everyone can mute yourself, that would be great.
And like, what is it?
Thank you, Kayla. Love you. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, I'm Chandler Sanderson. I am Jordan's level 1. I've been here 3.5 years. Just went enrolled a couple months ago. And yeah, I live in Fort Worth, Texas. And here we are. Callie?
Hi, I'm Callie Beal. I went enrolled in March. I'm Jordan's level 1, and I've been here about the exact same amount of time as Chandler. I live in early Texas in the middle of nowhere, and I am currently at the barn because the barn has better Wi-Fi than my house. So that is the reality of living where I live. And if I can go emerald with crappy Wi-Fi, then you can go emerald with great Wi-Fi.
Praise of the day. Okay, we're going to go ahead and jump into our PowerPoint we prepared. Hopefully everything works. If not, I've got my awesome husband right behind me who is really great at troubleshooting. Let me see. Slideshow. Can everybody see this? Yay, I'm so happy right now. Okay, perfect. Let's get into it. So this is the Plexus definition of retention. Your ability to keep your customers both committed to the process and excited about the goals. And the reason we thought about this definition, y'all, is because the truth is, like, we're not in the industry of dragging. We don't want just to get people sworn into this process and then we're just dragging them, pulling, every second of the way to get them to stay committed, to repurchase, to buy another product. I've gone through seasons like that and it is not fun. There's no joy. And so truly, like, we're going to give you guys the full depth of all the tips, all the to-dos, all the to-don'ts. And this PowerPoint was created purely on experience, purely on just like our experience up until now. So we hope that everything comes across well, but this is our definition of retention. And we're going to tell you guys exactly how to get there. I can't go to the next slide. Here it goes.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead. We didn't practice this, by the way, so.
We're running with it. Okay, so why is retention important? Exactly what Chandler was saying. It can feel like we are pulling teeth, like we are begging for those orders. We've all been there. I have been in those seasons too, but like Chandler said, that is not fun. And that is not how this business should be run. And so if you are going to take away, like, genuinely listen to the things that we're, like, the little tips that we're going to give you, take notes, screenshots, because if you are doing those things in your business every day and every month, then you will no longer feel as if it is a lot of work. This is supposed to be fun. And so you want to help people reach their health goals, experience their health goals, and you want to grow your business. So it is one thing to be a really bad mama jamma recruiter. Props to you if you can add 30 people in a month. Y'all, it's been done. I've seen it done. But I am not super impressed until I see how many of those people ordered the next month and the next month and the next month, because that right there is true. That's a sustainable business. That's what we want, not just the growth, but the sustainability to the growth. So you can go to the next slide, Chandler.
You worded that perfectly. I've had seasons where we were recruiting like crazy, like really high numbers, but we didn't have any systems in place. We didn't have any retention programs in place or any customer care emphasis, and they were all just falling through. Like, we would add them and the next month they would turn their sub off, and it was a really, really, really tough season of my business because we weren't seeing any growth. We were working like crazy and not seeing any growth, and that is a really, like, defeating feeling. And truth be told, like your ability to retain starts actually with the very initial conversation, which actually falls into like the recruiting process. So we're going to dabble a little bit into each of the processes, but still keep the focus on retention because all of them work together. So how does this conversation look? Like, how is this retention aspect built in the very first conversation? We're communicating with confidence. Confidence is everything because you're building that belief with them. You're asking good questions so that they fully understand, so that you fully understand their situation. And like, why are they starting? Why is this important to them? What are they struggling with? What are they working towards? Again, we are not just selling a product. We truly are selling a lifestyle change. And so if you can help them like paint that picture of what that could look like for them, it really gets them to buy into the process. So we're utilizing third tools. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later on, and some of the things that we like to share along the way. A big one is jumping on the phone. I know Jordan talks about this all the time. This is so key, not just for recruiting, but also for the retention aspect. I avoided this like the plague for like my first year and a half because I was scared of getting on the phone, especially if I didn't really know the person very well. But eventually I just ripped off the Band-Aid and I was like, you know what, my retention is not working out, and I've got to change something. So I ripped off the Band-Aid and I started getting on the phone with people as my final step of recruiting. And I tell you what, those people did not just join for the first month. They joined for 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. I have people who started as strangers. I've never met them in my life, but because I got on the phone with them, they're still ordering to this day, like 1, 2, and 3 years later. It's insane. So that's a huge tip. Another one that I always ask them over the phone is getting them to agree to a 90-day commitment. We talk about this all the time, but this is so important. Ask them the question. This is a lifestyle change. This is not an overnight quick fix. Can I get your commitment to a 90-day commitment on this journey? Are you in for that? Like, are you up for that challenge? And if they say no, maybe this isn't the right fit, maybe it's not the right time, or maybe they just need to start on a sample product or a sample package until they get that full belief in that vision. Other things, I love explaining the benefits that they're going to receive as a VIP. Plexus perks are huge. We're going to talk about that later. The ability to upgrade to a business account and start earning some money. Love sprinkling that into the conversation as well. Helping them order the welcome pack that best suits their health goals. This sounds like very amateur, but y'all, if we get people started with the wrong products, they're not going to see results. If they're struggling with, let's say they come to you for just weight loss, but they have all these other health issues and you didn't talk about them, but we just get them started on our weight loss combo, they may not see 30 pounds of weight loss in their first month and they're going to quit. So it's really important just to have those conversations and really just dig deep and help them get started on the right products. And then the last thing here is add them to the team page so that they have additional resources. Gut Health and Happiness, love that page, y'all. I've been using that for 3.5 years. We have events all the time. We have stories that are historically marked, like they never go away, and you can tag people. And it's just a great resource tool to help them build that belief on their journey. Go ahead, Cal.
Yeah, can you go back to that slide real quick? So I did want to mention something because I've seen this come up in a couple different threads that I'm in, and I think it's a really great opportunity to touch on it. And so notice we're saying 90 days. So we're not saying 60 days anywhere. We're not saying 60. We're not talking about a 60-day money back guarantee, right? Because typically what happens around month 2 and day 60? Anyone?
Detox.
What are y'all thinking? Detox. Okay. So if you have already started the conversation, planted that seed that around day 60, if you're miserable, not liking your products and not happy, you can get all of your money back. Return your products and get all of your money back. What might they actually do? They might actually take advantage of that. And so I don't want to set that expectation that I only want 2 months from them, because what happens around day 90? How many of y'all had this beautiful, it's like the weight came off, you became happier, you became lighter, you became freer, you became a different person around day 90 with Plexus. That's like the magic number. And so when we're set, yes, same. When we are setting that expectation of day 90, y'all, If they are in this for 3 months, they're hooked. They're hooked. How many of you have been here who are here for 90 days and you're like, I'm never leaving. I'm here until the end of time, right? Worst sinus infection of my life. Yeah, there we go. See, and that's what we need to hear. We need to hear stories like that, because truly, don't even talk about day 60. Don't talk about that 60-day money back guarantee. Here for life. Okay, I love that. You can move forward, Chandler. Sorry, I just had to touch on that.
Yeah, perfect.
So how to retain. Okay, create and deepen your relationship. How's that going to happen? Get on the phone, just like Chandler said. When you're getting on the phone with them, guys, I ask about their personal life. I don't just want to know, how are you feeling? I don't want to know just about their health struggles. I want to know, what do you do for a living? What's your husband do for a living? Guys, I'm taking mental notes when I'm asking those questions. Okay, so you're a teacher. Tell me about teaching. Are you happy with that? I bet it's a really difficult time to be teaching right now. I have a lot of friends who I actually do Plexus with who were able to quit their jobs because they were no longer happy in the classroom, and this was an outlet for them. And now they're bringing in more income, staying home and utilizing this business than they were in the classroom. Y'all, I just talked about the business without actually saying, hey, you want to do this business with me? It's little drips. Help them develop a why. Chandler and I were kind of talking. We're going to do a little role play. Who likes a little role playing? We're going to do role play for y'all. Okay. So this is an example of a conversation of trying to help someone develop a why. Go for it, Chandler. You're the question
Okay, so
asker.
I'm gonna be the Plexus ambassador, and she's my new recruit. So I'm just gonna ask, like, Callie, like, what excites you most about getting started with your Plexus journey?
You're putting me on the spot. I wasn't
Harder than
expecting
you
it.
thought.
Yes. Oh, Chandler, I am just, after reading some of those testimonies on gut health and happiness that you tagged me in, I am just so excited to finally stop parenting from the couch and be like a better mom. I think that's what I'm most excited about.
Yeah, and why does that thought excite you? Like, obviously, we all want to be better moms. Like, what does that mean for you?
Yeah, I have just noticed here in the last couple of years since becoming a mom that I am not the mom that I aspired to be. I always saw myself as the mom who was running around with her babies and rolling around on the floor and laughing and having fun. And I truthfully, that's not who I am. I'm parenting from the couch. I'm putting my son down for naps so much sooner than he needs to go down for naps, just because I feel like I need a break. Like I can't take anymore. And at the end of the day, I don't know. I just feel really shameful about the way I parented.
Yeah. Well, I'm so sorry that you're struggling with that. And I can totally relate. I think I dealt with some of the same things before starting my Plexus journey. But the truth is, like, it doesn't have to be that way. And I'm super excited you're getting started with this. I would love for you just to jot some of those feelings down in a journal as you get started with your journey, and just like share with yourself what you're hoping to get from this. What type of mom do you see yourself as? And start like believing those truths about yourself. And I'm here to help you along that journey. So something as simple
Thank
as
you.
that. Yeah, something as simple
Yeah.
as that. Like just helping them understand why this is important to them, y'all. We are not selling a product. My goodness, I'm never selling a product again after leaving corporate America. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. This is a relationship business, and we truly are here to drastically impact lives. We're not here to sell MetaBurn and Active and Slim. And the only way to do that is to help them develop a why. Why is this so important to you? When I first started, I truly just wanted to poop every day. And then when I started sharing, I really wanted to pay off a credit card that was like maxed out, and it was draining our happiness, y'all. We had no joy because the stress was overwhelming us. And for me, that was enough. And so helping them like understand what this what the possibilities are with this is truly just so important. Go ahead, Callie. I'll let you finish the slide.
Thank you. providing excellent customer care. I mean, that goes without saying. We'll dig deeper into that as far as conversations, certain messages that we can send, little extra, like going above and beyond that Chandler and I like to do towards the end of this this presentation. But yeah, just excellent customer care. That goes back to checking on them, knowing their why, helping them develop that why, knowing more than just that they want to use the restroom, you know. Utilize Plexus perks, guys. Again, this is what we do when we're on the phone with them, when we're helping them enroll. By the way, don't enroll for them. If you're enrolling for them, let me stop you from this point forward. Don't do it anymore. Get on the phone with them and you can walk them through it. But y'all, I feel like I say this every Zoom, but they have to have some skin in the game. They have to see what you're supposed to actually do. It has to be duplicatable, right? This isn't about duplication. That'll be next time. But the goal for all of this is retention and duplication. So they need to see, oh, I can do this. This was really simple. So when they think of someone else who this could benefit, they can very easily help them enroll too. So this is when we're talking about Plexus perks while we're on the phone. So you're going to have a subscription set, just a heads up. So 30 days from today, you are going to have your second order process. The reason that is so important is, one, for consistency. Hello, you already promised me 90 days. So that's a given, right? But secondly, because you get to be a part of our Plexus Perks Rewards program. So what that means is every other month, you actually get to choose a free product. You can let it accumulate if you want. I personally like to wait a couple months and then get the big collagen, but we can talk more about that as time goes on. But yes, be excited. Jordan, be positive about that subscription. Don't say, we can turn it off, we can change it, okay? But anyway, I'm just going to stop there because I don't want to like get too deep into that. Consistently share about exciting groups, challenges, products, special product releases. If y'all haven't noticed, depending on how long you've been here, heck, you could have been here for a day and you have seen that exciting stuff happens within the company and especially within our team pretty much weekly at this point. So we always have something going on. We always have an event. There's a 3-day sample group at least once a month, product releases, all the things. And so if you are not consistently sharing about those things with your new people, how are you expecting them to know? Most of the time, listen, I buy hair products from a friend. I buy makeup from a friend. I buy face wash from a friend, but I'm not reading the emails that I am getting from their companies. I'm just not. The only way that I know about specials is when that friend actually calls me or texts me and picks up the phone and lets me know, hey, I don't know if you saw this email, but such and such just dropped, or this is coming. So keep that in mind.
Truth, sister. Okay, so now we get into the fun stuff. That was kind of like the introduction to what we're going to be talking about. Now we're getting into like all the message examples. So this is a really great opportunity to screenshot. It'd be really hard to take a note of this, but I would encourage y'all to use the screenshot application and save these for a later date because these are literally saved in my notes section and I use them quite often. Challenge groups we do pretty often as a team. We've done intermittent fasting groups. We've done slim down, I forgot what it's called, slim down, lean up or something, something like that. We do challenge groups like once a quarter. And I love them because it's a great way to get inactive people back. And it's also a great way to keep existing customers on track, excited and committed to their goals. So this is like a real life example that I've sent to somebody. Hey, Hunter, I hope you've had an amazing summer. Some girlfriends and I are hosting an intermittent fasting challenge for new Plexus customers, but I wanted to make sure to include you too, because this is going to be amazing, especially for us mamas. This group will include incredible tips and info from our health experts, accountability, encouragement to link arms and fast together. # do it scared. If you were to add 2 products to your order this month, you'll automatically be qualified to join us. Easy. I'm so excited about this and would love for you to do it with me. What do you think? One in? And almost every single time I get people to join because they're like, oh yeah, I want to be a part of something cool. And all I have to do is add one product to get there. So these have been a really fun way for me personally to retain and grow if you take advantage of them and use them properly. I'll talk about this one too.
Do you want to
unless
share real quick?
Yeah.
Do you want to share real quick why it would be beneficial, aside from retention purposes, but beneficial to get people plugged into, like for your business, into a challenge group, like an intermittent fasting group?
Yeah.
Let's say you're trying to rank up that month. Why would that be beneficial for you?
Well, obviously it's a great tool to use for, it's an event to invite people to if you're needing like a next step opportunity to get the person going. Maybe you're stuck in the sample process or something along that line. It's just a great event tool to use, but also it's a great way to get people plugged into a group. And then they're like, hey, this girl just commented and said she has PCOS. Maybe I should message her and talk to her about my journey. And it's just a great way to get people bought in. Like accountability, I think the statistic we saw the other day is like 75% of people actually follow through with their goal if they're held accountable by another person. And I just love that statistic, not just for like a power partner setting, but also like for our ambassadors taking products. If their spouse can't get on board with them or their best friend or their roommate, it's like, what a better opportunity for them to meet somebody and go through this journey together. Is that the answer you were looking for? Okay, perfect.
Yes, that was good. Yes. Also, what Lauren said is to get inactives active again, or to get those partial PVs. Of course, our points are a little bit different now with the changes, but to get those people up to the highest PV that we can get them so that we can get the most amount of points from them.
Yeah. And then something else that we do as a team on specifically like gut health and happiness page. I know we have an event this weekend coming up, I think Friday and Saturday, right, Jordan? Resource groups or wellness groups. We have different names for them. I know we've done like a freedom event on the 4th of July every year. I love these because they're not like salesy. They're not weird. They're strictly to be resources to our existing ambassadors, or maybe people who've stopped their subscription, but they're still a part of our team page. And I use these every single time. And so here's a message example I've used in the past just to get people engaged. Hey, John, I know you're loving your products and I'm thrilled to see your progress each week. Some friends and I are hosting a wellness event this weekend, and I thought you might really benefit by listening to a relatable story. Typo, it always gives me so much hope to listen to others ahead of me on a similar journey. The videos will be live from 9 to 5 this Saturday. Can I tag you in 1 or 2 videos to watch on your own time? And that just gets people like bought into the whole thing that we're doing. And that's been really useful on our team as well. Okay, Callie, you want to touch on this really fun one?
Yes. Okay. Yay. Exciting. This is what, if you got on a little bit early, Jordan was talking about how it tastes like an actual cookie. And so this was just launched today, or yes, they told us about it today. So if you're excited, they'll be excited. Okay. Same goes with your teams, by the way, just a minor coaching thing. If you're excited, they'll be excited. If you're stressed out that the last holiday launch sold out way too fast and some people didn't get it and you're not happy about it, your team won't be happy about it, right? So remember, it's contagious. Whatever you're putting out there is going to be contagious. So Shayna, I am so pumped to be sending you this. Our company just announced we're launching our holiday special edition products this Thursday. Snickerdoodle Lean Whey, Joy on Body Butter, blah, 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 blah. Okay, back for a limited time. Yum. Can I help you get your hands on any before they sell out? They're gonna go super fast. So there are a couple of things that I like to say. Can I get you added to my VIP list? Y'all, I don't have a VIP list, but I want people to feel very important and I want them to think that they're on my VIP list. So can I get you added to my VIP list and I can help you get your order placed tomorrow or the day that it launches, right? I'm creating a list of people that say, yeah, I want in. There is no harm, right? Yeah. Brittany Duke, you're on my VIP list. Okay. Y'all, there is no harm in asking for people's login information if they just want to get that product. Okay. I have placed orders for people because they desperately just want that product. I also like to create urgency. And so when you say for a limited time, this is also when I might mention, just a heads up, these usually don't last long. So if you want in, get on my VIP list or pay attention to your email so you know exactly when it launches. And then again, do you want it before it sells out? They're going to go super fast. So just create that urgency, that excitement. If you're excited, they're excited.
When we say super fast, for those of y'all that are new, our last limited edition product launches have sold out like within 30 minutes. Like system crashes, everything's gone in 30 minutes. So please be attentive and allow your customers the opportunity, like just keep them in tune. I try to message them as soon as it's live so they know when to jump on.
Yes. Oh, one more thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's just made me think because I kind of mentioned it. So maybe you don't like the black cherry lime slim. Who cares? It doesn't mean that everyone else won't like it. So again, be excited about it. Fake it. Y'all fake that you're excited about it, that it's your favorite slim ever, that it sold out in 30 minutes last time. But it's actually my favorite. Yes, Becca, mine too. Because this happened with the pineapple lemongrass. I was pumped about it. And then there were people who were like, yeah, I didn't really like it that much. I'm like, well, don't let that stop you from sharing about it because other people are going to like it and want it. So, okay, sorry. I just had to share that.
Yeah, it's a good tip. Okay, this is probably my favorite topic and like the best tip that you're going to learn from this entire training, and it's Plexus perks. And let me just tell you why. One, Callie and I started years ago, years before Plexus perks was ever even a thing. So literally during rank up months and during months where people are falling off like crazy, we're literally like, hey Jana, I saw that you turned your subscription off. Do you want to try it again? I promise I'll be a better coach this time. Like that was literally my retention messages for years. Y'all, Plexus perks have been a game changer for so many reasons. One, it's an organizational tool. You literally have a report in your back office that runs every single day. It shows you exactly which people have turned off their subscription and exactly how many perks they're at risk of losing. It also shows you people who have not changed their subscription, who have active perks that are just sitting there in their account. Some days I go to check this and there are people with like thousands of perks that they didn't even know existed. That's literally like hundreds of dollars they can use towards free products. I did not include a message like that, and I just thought of it, but this is a message example that I send out at least like 3 or 4 times a day. Hey, and it's normally for anybody in my downline, by the way. It doesn't have to be just your level 1. Hey, Alexis, I'm Carly's Plexus friend, Chandler. I'm sure you already know, but I wanted to send a reminder. You have 250 Plexus perks on your account. That's roughly $25 worth, but you're about to lose it today because your subscription order has been changed. It's a super simple fix to get those back and use them towards free products, and I can help. How are you enjoying your current combo of products? So I'm not just saying, do you want to turn your subscription on? I'm doing a little bit of investigative work, a little bit of discovery work. How are you liking your products? Have you been consistent with them? Are you enjoying what you're taking so far? And you may have to pivot. You may have to introduce some new products or help them with dosage, or they may say, you know, I had a problem with migraines or I had a problem with detox. And you may have to help them through that. But the goal with Plexus perks is to get their subscription back on with 100 PV or more order. And that will save their perks, and then they can use them towards free products on the next order. Callie, did you have anything you wanted to say about this?
Yes. I, again, like gentle nudges. I love what you're saying, Chandler. Sometimes I'm a little more forceful and I just don't even give an option. So I just searched perks in my text messages and I found an example. So this girl, I got a notification, this girl turned her perks off and my message said, girl, turn that sub back on and push it. By turning your perks off, by turning your sub off, you're going to lose all of the perks credits that you just accumulated, which is free products. We don't want that. And she said, I was hesitant. I still have so much left. I didn't need any more of it. Is there a way I can just get the pink drink? Blah, 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 blah. We've all heard it, right? I just want the pink drink. And I'm like, okay, what's your dosage? And she's like, I'm just doing 1-in-1. Whoa, red flag. I was not doing my job. Why was my girl just taking 1 Probio 5 and 1 Bio Cleanse? So I said, not okay. Let's bump that up. Get your sub turned back on and let's push it out a month. And she's like, sounds great. So y'all just don't give them an option. Okay. It, just like Chandler said at the very beginning, be confident. But remember, if that sub is turned off, they lose the perks. But if that subscription is pushed, then they didn't lose the perks. So I would rather people, if they have too much product, I would rather them push out their subscription and not lose their perks. And now we've already had that conversation. They know, okay, next month, that subscription shipping out. And by the way, you need to accumulate some perks.
Yeah, and by the way, our system updated, I believe last summer, to when people modify their subscription and it drops it below 100 PV, they get a notification box that says, whoa, you're about to forfeit all of your Plexus perks. Are you sure you want to proceed? So that's already like their first warning. So this really is like a second interaction about perks, and people normally just don't explain the process. So it's great to have a conversation at that point. Okay, this is just on organization. Randy Page has made this incredibly beautiful ambassador information sheet. We should probably change that to VIP information. But yeah, it's just staying organized is so key. I have so many notebooks with all my, like, I have 3 or 4 of these full of ambassador information, and it just has their name. When I'm on the phone with them, I'm taking notes. Okay, what are you dealing with? Okay, what are you looking forward to the most with this journey? All right, I'm going to get her started on Triplex plus X Factor plus. I'm starting her on this day, and then automatically I'm going to my planner and I'm scheduling in the days that I need to check in with these people so that they don't fall off. And 30 days later, I'm like, oh my God, I never checked in with Jana. I'm being very intentional with the process because mom life is chaotic. And if I don't schedule to my calendar, it's probably not going to get done. So just keeping detailed logs of all your people is going to make you a professional in this industry. And when you're a professional, that's when people start to come to you. Do you have anything you want to add to this, Cal? Okay.
No, it just like, I chuckled when I read overwhelmed because like, y'all, it's just a given. It's probably going to happen at some point, but we're giving y'all tools to make it less this is a lot. Okay. So use your ambassador information sheet.
And then go ahead.
Okay. No, go ahead.
These are just some additional tools, and you'll stumble across tons of these that are shared in our threads. Just graphics to send so that you don't have to be this expert and have all the right words to say. My go-tos are these triplex dosage charts, and we actually have these for every combo available. Occasionally I'll have to tweak them, and I'll just say, like, you know, start on day 5, depending on their situation or their bowel movements or whatever. And if you don't know those answers, go to your sponsor and they can help you with the dosage for your newbie. But these I love because I'm not sitting there in like a 5-minute voice text, like, okay, make sure to take your X Factor at noon. And then at first thing in the morning, take your Vital Biome, and then drink your Slim around 3. And then at night, take 2 like, they're not going to remember that. I'm very visual, so I love having the dosage charts, and those have been a huge key for a lot of girls on my team. Okay, now we're going to talk about the fun stuff. Customer care 101. And hopefully we can get through this in about 9 minutes to keep y'all in check.
We'll talk fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Plug them into the team page after enrollment. But guys, that can happen before enrollment, because if we're doing the whole ad tag message thing for recruiting that y'all learned about last week and the week before that, you most likely have gotten them plugged into the team page, but plug them into the team page. Gut health and happiness, of course, if you have your own business page, a lot of rubies and above, have their own team pages. So you might be part of one of those. So get them plugged into that. Check in on the day they receive their products. Be excited. Check in on day 7, at 2 weeks, 4 weeks, and after the first month, check in once a month. And so we'll have examples of what those check-ins might look like.
Yeah. And also I think, like, Setting this expectation from the very get-go is also what's key, because if somebody starts on their triplex combo and you haven't already told them up front, like, hey, just so you know, I'm going to be holding your hand the whole journey. I'm going to be checking in with you quite frequently the first month and making sure you're feeling okay. If that's not communicated up front, people are going to be like, oh my gosh, why is this girl texting me every 3 days about how I'm pooping? They're probably going to be annoyed and they might ghost you, to be honest. So setting the expectation up front, I think, is really key to making this customer care process like a system in your business. So we're going to share a couple of these are just good questions to ask when you're doing your customer care. Instead of just saying like, how are you feeling? Or can you give me an update? I was very guilty of doing that for the longest time. But if you're intentional, like I said, when you're on the phone, what are they struggling with? What are they working towards? When I go to message these people, I can say, okay, Megan started because she's constipated, has seasonal allergies, and is bloated. Okay, Megan, you're at day 7. How's your bloating? How's your poop? Like, are you using the bathroom every day? So those are just good questions, very intentional questions to use during your check-ins. We're also going to show you guys, and this is where I would encourage you to screenshot. These are message examples that we have used for your check-ins, and they are specific to like what check-in they are. So I'll let you take this one, Cal. Uh-oh, you're muted, girlfriend.
Sorry, it told me, it's like, you are muted. Yeah, this is going to be your first check-in. Hey, Shauna, I'm so pumped for you to start in your Plexus journey. So I'm going to send you a dosage chart, which is what Chandler just shared on 2 slides before, in a short video to help you get started on everything. So when we say short video, Chandler, is this what you're talking about, the What to Expect video by Brooke Hemingway?
Yeah, that's the one that we like to send.
Okay.
But every team has like a different system, but that one's probably our favorite.
Yeah, we love that one on our team too. So we can share that in another thread. We can share it in Rockstars after the call, and then y'all can drip it into y'all's own threads. But yes, there's a What to Expect video by Brooke Hemingway. She goes through detox. She talks about the importance of consistency, the importance of drinking your water. Again, use those third-party tools. Brooke Hemingway is making our life easier. We don't have to say all those things because she's saying those things.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a solid guide, but everyone is different. So please keep in close contact with me, and I'm going to do the same to see where you're feeling and what changes you notice along the way. Did you receive your products in the mail? And guys, a lot of times when they receive them, this is when some people like to say, take a picture of those babies and slap them on the internet. Throw them up on Instagram in your stories and talk about how excited you are. Tag me, put them in a Facebook post, tag me. You'd be shocked at how many people would say, okay. And now they've already got the word out that they're doing Plexus, and people are saying, oh, what's this? Tell me about it. So just had to mention that.
Yes, I love that. I was reading Jordan's comments about being on top of somebody like white on rice. Love it.
Okay, I'll continue this one since it's week 1. So you made it through your first week, and I'm dying to know how you're enjoying your products. So remember, we are not saying, how are you feeling? How do you feel? Do you love them? No, we are being very specific. So most likely based on their health goals, what they were wanting to improve on. Most people, it's energy. Okay, so have you noticed improved energy or not grabbing for that afternoon candy that you said you couldn't resist at work every single day? Again, be very specific.
Yep. Yeah, so week 2, I'm so proud of you for staying committed and consistent. And I always like to start with a message similar to that, because I am like speaking confidence into that person. Even, to be honest, 9 times out of 10 people are not consistent. They're like, oh, we went out of town and I forgot my products. Oh, I haven't been very good at taking the pills. I get that a lot. And so I like to speak confidence into people and just start with that. Like, I'm so proud of you for staying committed and consistent. How have your daily headaches improved since we chatted last? What other improvements have you noticed this week? So just trying to like help them be intentional with what changes they're seeing, I think is very important as well. And then week 4, they're finally at their 30-day mark. A lot of people start to see detox symptoms. So this is where you have to be a good pivoter. Jordan has a graphic sheet that she likes to use. We can share it to the threads after this. You've officially made it 30 days into your gut health journey. Woohoo! Now how have your bowel movements improved since we changed up your dosage last time? Also, as a reminder, your second month of products will ship out this week. Did you want to add anything to this order? Not did you want to cancel your order or take anything away, but did you want to add anything? What would you like to add? Would you like to try our new special edition products that will release on Thursday? Okay, month 2 example. Go ahead, Callie.
Hey girl, dropping in to see how you're doing. I would love to connect on the phone this week and catch up on your progress. Are you down for that? Y'all, how many of you may enroll someone over the phone, but then you don't get on the phone with them again after that? This just goes back to that like next level customer care, that next level building a relationship. Y'all, there have been so many times that I'm like going to check in on someone. I go to pick up my phone, like, you know what? I'm just going to call her. We're not that close, but I mean, whatever, we got on the phone when I signed her up, shouldn't answer, but they're surprised to hear from you. And they also appreciate that you just called them to check on them. How you doing? How you liking your products? So I also wanted to let you know that you have Plexus perks ready to redeem towards free product on your next subscription. Is there a product you've been wanting to try would you like some suggestions? This is also when I just throw out some suggestions based on, like, let's say I love to start everyone with a $209 welcome pack, but not everyone wants that. And the reason I want them with that big welcome pack is because based on what they shared, in my opinion, they need all the things. But let's just say they didn't want to start out with all the things. This is when I start recommending something from that 209 that they didn't get initially. So what do you say? We can do active in this order. What do you say we add on active? Or finally, we can add on ease. Let's add on ease and into your sub or let's redeem ease, with your Plexus perks. But because I want you to do loading doses and get those results a little bit quicker, let's actually add another bottle. So not only are they adding another product to their sub, like what Chandler mentioned, but they're also redeeming something else. Okay.
Another reason I like to ask if we can jump on the phone around month 2 is like Callie said, this is around the time people start detoxing. They start to feel bad. Maybe they're having loose stool. Maybe they're having migraines. Maybe they're fatigued or body aching. And this is really opportune time to get on the phone, build their belief, help them navigate through those symptoms. Maybe we need to up their dosage. Maybe we need to up their water. Maybe we can tweak their diet a little bit to help them not detox so hard or give them some additional tips. But getting on the phone with them while they're detoxing is critical, in my opinion, to get them through detox and keep them on this journey. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. This is the last thing I think we have to cover, and then we will set you birdies free for the night. Okay, when to bring up the business? I think Callie wanted to talk on this.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I learned this not that long ago, this slow drip conversation. I'd never heard about this until actually Sunny Keck, she's a Diamond Ambassador, and she said it in another thread and started talking about it because Genevieve was talking about it. I'm like, this is genius. So when someone signs up with you and you're on the phone with them, you can say, rather than saying, hey, so you want to host an event? Like, you want to get your products paid for? You want to run in the business with me? You want to work this business? Like, all of those things to me as an Enneagram 9 yellow personality, I was like, no, be gone. I want nothing to do with any of that. But if there were, like, listen to this slow drip. Okay, so grateful that you finally got your products ordered. I want you to know something though. Part of our team culture is helping everyone get their products paid for. So cost is never a burden. It's super and easy and super fun. So let me know whenever you're ready to have that conversation. It could look like that. It could look like, just a heads up, there's not a single person on my team who is consistent with their products and is still paying for them. So let me know when that's something that you're ready to take advantage of, and I can teach you how to get your products covered. Boom, there's my first drip, right? The next check-in, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Do you think you're ready to get your products covered yet? Are you ready to take me up on the offer that I presented to you before? Finally, when they say yes, of course, that's when we're going to go into duplication, which is in a couple of weeks. But it's hard. It's all intertwined. Chandler and I were
It is,
struggling.
yeah.
We're like, well, we could touch on this, but that goes to duplication. But there's absolutely a process.
Yeah.
So
I
again,
love the
just, yeah,
theory
great
of like
customer service.
dripping though, because I'm imagining myself as a brand new ambassador taking the products that, by the way, went on a credit card because I did not have $115 in my bank account. I'm imagining Jordan having told me that, by the way, our team culture is to get everyone to have their products paid for. Let me know when you're ready to have that conversation. I love the wording of that because I don't feel attacked and I don't feel under pressure, but it definitely plants a seed to the point that I think I would have gone to bed and been like, hey, Matt, like those products I just ordered, my sponsor told me that I could get them paid for. Like, wouldn't that be cool if I could get these for free? And it just plants a seed. And that's what this whole thing is about. And I love this dripping analogy because it truly is just like intertwining the business with the process so they don't feel attacked after like 90 days. Like, hey, girl, you got this huge story. You ready to go Ruby and like make some bank money with me? And I just love it. So, yes. Another opportunity to bring up the business organically. I do this often as soon as they express a health win. It doesn't matter if it's, oh, I didn't run for a Dr. Pepper today, or if it's, oh my gosh, I haven't had a migraine in a month and I've had one every day since I was like 2 years old. I've heard both of those extremes. And it doesn't matter if it's the first or the latter, like it's a huge one in my book and it's worth celebrating and it's worth sharing. So a message that I would send is, oh my gosh, are you kidding? That is massive. I'm so pumped that you're feeling so much relief from your migraines. I know that's been weighing on you for so many years. Would you please share about that? I know you have a handful of friends or family members who are looking for answers and relief with this too. Who all have you told about this? Another like ending to that would be, can I help you share this on your Facebook or your Instagram? And a lot of people will say yes. And the best part is if they say no, you can ask for a shout out post and it takes the pressure off of them. They can still make a first post, but say, if you want more information, go see my friend Chandler or go see my friend Callie. And that's been really useful too. Okay, this is our final slide. These are just some extra tips, just ways to like sprinkle in the customer care and just really bring like retention to a next level. My personal tips, it took me a while in this business to be truly transparent, to understand that this is a relationship business. When I took the aspect off the sales and focused solely on the relationship is when everything changed in my business. So how I go about that is I find something to talk about other than Plexus. If you are constantly just sending somebody sales and join this thing and try this sample, that whole relationship is going to be based on Plexus, which is not a bad thing because Plexus is awesome. But you need some more meat and potatoes. You need to talk about your kids or about something they're dealing with or about something outside of Plexus. And a great way to do that, y'all, is inviting them to coffee, inviting them to church if that's your jam, getting your kids together for a play date, whatever that may look like for you. I have asked so many girlfriends that like I haven't talked to in 10, 15 years out to grab wine. And it has been the funnest experience. And I don't go into it with the intention of talking about Plexus, but it always gets brought up because they know who I am. And then we get to talk about their health goals and why are they struggling and this and that and the third, and it's amazing. And they stick around for life at that point because we have a relationship. Callie, share your tips, girlfriend.
Yeah, I love that, Chandler. And like what Jordan said, some of our best friends have been made through Plexus. And so had we not shared, we never would have made these friends. So that's awesome. I actually did this last month and it has paid off immensely. So all from my own stash, but I send my people who enrolled in the last 3 months, I sent them just a little card and I said something along the lines of, super excited for your, thank you for trusting me on your health and wellness journey. I don't take it for granted, just a little something just because basically. And then it's usually, I change it up. based on what was in their welcome pack or what they've been ordering. I want them to try something new. For some people, it's a sample of lean. For some people, it's active or hydrate. I do like mixing in more than one thing because let's be honest, we like mixing our drinks. I can't tell you the last time I just drank Slim by itself because I like mixing it with so many different things. So send them stuff that they can mix and like, and then want to add on to their order, whether it's with Plurks, please, with perks or just adding it on as, you know, an additional product. So, or if, you know, their sub is turned off or something and they're like, I don't know, like I'm done, or I just want to pause it for a little while, that's fine too. But they finally tasted something else and it was free. You went the extra mile. And so maybe when it comes down to it and you might need that order for a rank up month or something, they'll be like, oh yeah, I got you. Like I want some of that hydrate that you sent me. So
true.
it all
I love
pays
that
off.
you included that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all, we went way over time and I sincerely apologize. We obviously like to talk and we're very passionate about what we have to say. Truth be told, this is a very difficult topic to teach on. So we hope you guys really learn something. We hope y'all took good notes and are able to implement some of these in your own business. Yeah, if you find things that are working, share them with your team.
Mm-hmm.
We would love to see what those look like.
Thanks,
for you guys.
Jordan,
Yeah,
did you want to
for your time.
mention holiday stuff? Didn't you want to talk about that real
Well, I was
quick?
gonna say, do y'all want to answer questions really quick? Does anybody have questions for them?
Oh yeah.
And I'll stop recording really quick. Yeah, does anybody have questions for them? Because seriously, that was probably one of the best trainings I've ever heard on retention. So
Wow.
just saying.
Thanks.
Pat on my back.
You know just what to say to take a girl's breath away.
Oh my God.
Just really glad it wasn't me leading it because y'all did a really good job.
Thanks.
Does y'all have any questions for them? And I know there's tons of new people on here. So did y'all learn anything? Was there something you're like, holy cow, I need to be doing that, or anything for them?
I do have a question. So I have a girl on my team. Well, she was on my team last month and then she took the month off this month and then her subscription's back on for November. I know you said that if you push the perks or the subscription back, the perks still stay. Does it still do that if they're not on for a month, if that makes sense? Like if they take a month off, does it completely cut off their perks or does that move back, or how does that work?
It depends on if she canceled the subscription and then like restarted it, or if she just pushed it back a month.
Yeah, so just
if
push
you-
back a month.
Okay, then she should still have her perks.
Okay.
Yeah, the trick is
Yeah.
to keep it on at all times. You can't cancel it at any point, and you have to have it above 100 PV.
Okay,
Mhm.
perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, good question.
Mhm. Good question. Hey, Chandler, someone asked in the chat, best advice you would give someone wanting to go silver?
Oh, interesting. For me specifically,
Sure.
or okay. Well, let's see. I'm trying to think of what new silvers I have in this thread, and I can call on them. I'm just kidding. I won't do that to you. So Taylor is actually in this thread. What up, girl? I love sharing our story because it was just very real, and it really like told me exactly what I was doing right in my business, and I love sharing the story. I made a commitment to myself because I hadn't had silvers in a while. I made a commitment to myself to only share about the business for 30 days. I did not share about my pink drink or how good I felt or what gut health is about. I only shared about the business, why I was doing this, what I was working towards, what some of my teammates were earning. It doesn't have to be your own story. It can be about your sponsor or your sideline or whatever. I only shared about the business for 30 days. And within that 30 days, I had like 3 girls come to me and say, hey, I think I want to share about Plexus. I love the way I feel. I love these products and I feel like I should share about it. And Taylor was one of those girls. And I asked her, my first question was, why do you want to share about this? And she said, I just feel like that's what you do when you love something. And so I loved her response to that question, but like it really made me think about what I'm sharing and how that's being perceived. But that's probably one of my biggest tips. If you want business builders, go share about the business and people will respond to that and they'll come to you for the business as opposed to the products. And I know Jordan will tell you the same thing. What tip do you have,
Yeah.
Callie?
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, we all know 3 people who can benefit from Plexus, right? Every single person in our life can benefit from Plexus. And so again, if you are excited about it, even if you don't have a story of your own, that's why we have Gut Health and Happiness. That's why we have our sponsors and 3-way messages. Utilize those 3-way messages. But if you're excited about it, go tell people about it. I had just started and I did not really have any health wins yet, but I told my mom and my sister, and I'm like, hey, y'all know Jordan, the girl like we grew up with, and she talks about Plexus. Well, I signed up, and I know I don't have thyroid problems, but I read on this page where these people who have thyroid problems, like it's better. I didn't know what I was saying, right? But I was being genuine. Like it helped them. And don't you take thyroid meds? And they're like, yeah. Well, sure. Let's try it out. And so that was 2 people. How easy and simple was that? They trusted me. I trusted Jordan. And then I needed one more person. And this was back when we needed social security numbers still. And I was like, hey, Jonathan, my husband, can I have your social? And he's like, why? I'm like, well, I'm about to hit a promotion. So I just need it real quick. No big deal.
That's so funny.
Little trips. But no, it is that simple. And it's just 3 people, or go make a post. Go make a post that you're really excited about this new health journey that you're on, and your friend has experienced or found relief in XYZ, and you're so pumped for that.
That was probably a much better response than mine. I think the gist of both of our responses is just go be bold. Like you're going to step way out of your comfort zone, regardless of what that action looks like. And it's going to feel insanely scary for maybe an hour, and you're going to feel like you're dying for a little bit. But I promise, once you get that first win under your belt, you're going to keep going and keep sharing and keep talking about it. My first person to sign was my sister, Lauren, who will be Emerald just any month now, maybe this month. And I took her to Zoe's Kitchen and I was like, hey, I don't really know what these products do, but I'm using the bathroom every day and I feel pretty good. And I've lost some pounds. Like, here's my computer. Why don't you just sign up? And she freaking did it. She did it. I was like, what? Okay. And then I called my mom and I said, hey, Lauren just signed up under me. Do you want to sign up? And she's like, okay, I guess I will to support you. And literally went silver in a day. But it just starts with you doing something out of your comfort zone. Just go be bold and share about why you love this.
That's good. Y'all have any more questions? Chandler, can you exit this slideshow?
Yeah, I don't know
so
what's
I can see your
happening,
face
to be honest
bigger.
with you. Stop sharing. There we go.
There we go.
Let me see if there's any more.
Y'all ask away. Y'all don't have to stick around, but I feel like it's super valuable.
We're just hanging out. Anybody want to open some wine and we'll just hang out for another hour or so?
Listen, I'm in the deer barn. There's plenty of booze here.
See.
Y'all ask away, seriously.
Okay, somebody said, someone contacted me today and said she doesn't have any issues. She only needs energy. I need to convince her to drop all the other supplements she's taking. Fingers crossed. Shay. Okay. When somebody comes to you with a specific goal, that's great. And I applaud them on that and say, I'm here to help you all the way until you meet that goal. But first I need to understand like what we're working with. Can you check out this health checklist and show me exactly what you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis? Or even if these things only pop up like once a week or once a month, can you show me exactly what you're dealing with so that I make sure to get to the root issue here? That health checklist has changed all conversations for me. Thank you, Randy Page. So I would definitely make a habit of using that and sending that because it's very specific. And maybe that will change that conversation for you, Shay.
I agree.
Okay, I have a question for you, Callie.
Oh.
what do you do like before you do your reach out? So say you sign up 3 people one month, and then the next month you're going to do your reach outs. And one of the girls you had is like really intense, like she has like all these issues, and you're just like, I just don't really want to message her because I'm kind of afraid that she's going to say she hates everything. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, well, that's definitely, I mean, I love that you asked me that because I know you. And so this is totally like a test. But I really feel as though, well, obviously you just created that in your head. You just created a lie in your head, right? Like you're freaking out. I don't want to reach out to her because XYZ that you just made up. But I mean, she deserves the same amount of care that anyone else does, right? And so I usually just I'm looking. Okay, I'm not saying tell me everything, just like we were talking about in the PowerPoint. I'm like, if she came to me with all of these health issues, I want to focus on the ones that I know most likely she's worked through. Okay, so have you experienced any changes in your bowels? That's one of the first things that we notice. There's even some people who they'll say no, right? There's the people who you're like, what about energy? No. Well, what about this? Like you start going down the list. Nope, no. And I think they're just looking for reasons not to like it, of course. And so then that's when I would have the conversation about maybe upping dosage or something, changing things up, ask the questions about what's your water intake like. Oh no, Jennifer, you have someone who's bringing up just negatives. I have a question. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm just reading through these things. So I don't know if that helped answer your question, but I don't want to tackle it all at once because I also know that we're not going to tackle all of their health issues early on, and more than likely not even within 90 days. And so I'm hopeful that that initial conversation happened during sign up or before sign up with the expectation. And here's an example of things I say when someone has a plethora of health issues and I'm signing them up. Like a lot of autoimmunes, right? I had a girl who signed up with RA and I said, okay, here's the deal. I know that Plexus can be a tool for you to feel better. I've seen it happen. I have friends who have found relief from exactly what you're struggling with. But I also want to set these realistic expectations. And I don't want you to go into this thinking that this is going to be a 30-day change, 60-day change. It might not even be a 90-day change. But if you can promise me consistency, if you can promise me that you are going to stay in communication with me, I'm going to do my part. I need you to do your part too. I need you to drink your water. I need you to take your products every single day. I can promise you results. And it's that confidence. It's that, again, setting the expectation of this is going to take a long time. This is a lifestyle change. We've had that conversation before. I know in our thread, this is going to require a lifestyle change. You got to do your part too. And so then when that conversation does happen, that check-in, it's not as, I don't know, they're not as shocked that they haven't seen these monumental changes just yet. Was that helpful? Okay.
Jessica asked a little bit ago in the chat. She said she was hesitant to start the products, which, by the way, Jessica, I remember having a 3-way chat with you, and it was literally a lifetime ago. We were in a Kroger parking lot, and Lauren told me we were going to have a 3-way phone call with you. And this is right after I'd left my sales career, and we got off the phone, and I said, oh, I just closed her. She's going to sign up tomorrow. I knew you were signing up tomorrow. And then I asked Lauren the next week and she's like, no, I didn't sign her up. And I was like, what is happening? Anyways, all that aside, I forgive you for waiting 3 years. It's okay. And I will say it's easy to hold on to those types of mentalities. Like when I started, I couldn't afford the products, and it was easy for me to take that mentality into my business and say, well, if I couldn't afford the products, I feel like nobody else is going to afford the products. Therefore, like talking about the price is scary. And I should probably always go for the 109 because no one can afford the 209. I had to break that mentality. And so I don't know what that would look like for you, but you have to just break those red light stories that you've dealt with personally, because that's not the case for anyone but you. In a way to change that, because I've actually had that question before and it totally threw me off gear when somebody said, well, do I have to take these products forever? I was like, don't you want to feel good forever? Like, do you want to go back to feeling crappy again? And they were like, well, no. I'm like, okay, then yes, you take them forever, because your food and your workouts alone are not doing the trick. So yes, we take them forever until death do us part, friend. Like, it's that simple. So let me help you get your products paid for, and then it's a lot easier. So I don't know if that helps change up that conversation a little bit. Hopefully so, Jessica. This is super fun. We should just have Q&A some night.
We should do a Q&A some.
Yeah, that would be a ball. Yeah.
All right.
you
I think
stop
you're still,
working
are you
out
still
once
recording, Chandler?
I have no idea. It's
I
fine.
think you might be.
I'll stop.